Welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or massages. Big Cat, guess what? We're going to be speaking about what? The Divine Masculine and the Karmic, aka Chucky, and his bride having what? Netflix and gaslighting. Yes, and not necessarily in that order. Before we kick off with that, let's dive into the planetary energies. Today, we have a new moon in Cancer, no less. The moon is the house ruler of Cancer, darling dear. So the moon is at home, right? So it's going to be given what? A supportive, kind of family-orientated vibe. Yes, baby. An ideal time to start thinking about what you can do for the people that you love, darling dears. We've also got what? Neptune retrograde in Pisces, no less. Another water sign. Ha ha! We're getting it up the Watusi with the water signs today, darling dears. Over the next few months, the retrograde will shake us out of our fantasies and force us to separate fact from reality. Exactly what the masculine's trying to do. Separate themselves from what? The Karmic, the bride of Chucky, the one they invented. Where they got them from? The bottom of the pot, darling dear. The cast off. When they found the Karmic, where was the Karmic? In the middle of a field by themselves, darling dear. Why didn't they leave him there? I don't know. That's their business, but we're going to get right up into that. But anyway, let me finish with the planetary energies, right? What else is going on, right? Venus in Gemini sextiles Jupiter in Aries, darling dears. Yes. All of this and that. You'll be feeling generous, darling dear. But it's also important to remember your limits. Listen, there's certain people that you have to cut off the generosity to, darling dear. They will bleed you dry. And then what? Run you over. And then come back and back their shit up on you, mate. And then give you their crack to stare at for all eternity. Let's call in the energies of wisdom, guidance and protection from Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, way showers and spiritual guides. As above, so below. From Keitha to Malkuth. Namaste. So be it moat. Let's kick off, darling dears, because you know I like to have a little music too, because the music kind of vibes me and it hypes me up to get to the core of what we need to know. Yes, baby, you know that I avoided the surgeon's knife today when they saw that the shape and size of the cyst had changed. I told you, the sea moss. Right? Sea moss. Listen, I'm stepping it up from the 1 spoon to the 2 spoons. When I went in there today, I made sure that I had my power belt. And Wonder Woman has a lasso of truth. I've got my big cat belt, darling dear, full of cats. And I knew that all of you had my back. And I thank you very much for your prayers and well wishes. But guess what? They'll not catch me again, Scotty. I'm stepping it up from the 1 tablespoon per day to the 2. Because why? The sea moss, it dissolves the mucus in your body where the dis-ease lurks. Anyway, the Karmic knows about that. They're going through it, mate. They're on what? Eggshells. They're looking like what? A humpback whale that's been beached. Yeah. Right. Let's get the music going because we know who we're talking about. Yes! Let's get right into what's going on with the Divine Masculine and the Karmic, aka Chucky and his bride. Pinkies up! Let me lower the music so you can hear me, darling dears. So you can hear me. Anyhow. I'll keep it at a reasonable level so you know exactly who me I talk about. Alright. Let's dive in, darling dears. Let's dive in. See what's going on at Guantanamo Bay on crack. Why is the Karmic on eggshells? Because the Divine Masculine can't get you back, blood. You've done what? You're Lazarus, and you're still cantering towards your infinite possibilities, which is what? Making them get on the what? Discard. Was it a D value then a discard? The Karmic don't know what's coming or if they're coming or going. Their hairline is peachy patchy, right? As they try to what? Perform the Kama Sutra on someone that couldn't give 2 F's or 1 good damn. Darling dears, pinkies up. Let's get the Vampire Tarot deck and see what's really going on. Let's get the runes out. First of all, I felt so good leaving that hospital because I'm telling you, I was at the stage where you go, panic and run, panic and run. But I didn't need to panic. I trusted in the Most High and I took my sea moss, my Irish moss, like a faithful cat. It was so lovely. Well, it wasn't. It wasn't. It tasted disgusting. That gel, I couldn't get through the consistency until I started making it for myself. Listen. Oh, they've got a dirty duo. Let's see what's going on for them. When you cast runes, darling dears, you read them from left to right. This is answers, darling dear. This is represented by the magician in tarot. This also speaks about what? Boredom in a situation and somebody's manipulating someone. When you see the magician, you know something's been manipulated. What's next to it? Someone's happiness. Answers, represented by the letter A, right? For an arsehole. Or what? An oxhole. Yes, baby. And the numbers 4, 5, 6, and 7. Deceit and vanity is afoot. This and that, big cat. This and that. Yes, baby. We already saw what the second rune was. This is what swallow, represented by the sun energy. It's represented by the letter S, right? For snake, straight out slithering from the crack of the devil's balls, right? As well as what? The numbers 76, 77, 78, and 79. Somebody wants a new beginning in happiness. They're wanting to raise their vibration from the bottom of the pit. Good God. They're being what? Getting the full-on word salad, and if they don't shut up, they're going to get a 2-piece. And not from KFC, darling dears. Let me just cut my fan on. Because it's getting hot in here, guys. Roll up for the what? Clown show. This and that. As I sip my water, it's not time for mocha, because if I drink a mocha at this time of the... Listen, at this time of the afternoon, I wouldn't be able to sleep. And guess who's here in the house with me? The progeny. They wouldn't be able to sleep either. I'll be checking their rooms, looking at... They don't want me in their shit. They don't want me in it. Right behind the mocha, I love me a fizzy water. Fizzy water. Right. Let's get the Vampire Tarot deck and see what's going on with these two bottom feeders as they try to recreate life in the mud hut of ill repute. Right. Base of the deck, darling dear. We've got the what? Lord of Scepters. Who's that? The King of Wands blood with the unsatisfied eyes. Look at this. I told you, pay attention to where they're looking. This King of Wands is looking back into the past, darling dear. All of the charm, right? Not even what? They can't even reanimate Lazarus in that situation, darling dear. Dead in the water. The King of Wands has the unsatisfied eyes. And the Panani of Fatum that has no pause or chill factor, darling dears. This King of Wands is looking back into the past. What else is got? Should I get a deck for the Karmic? Let me get another deck for the Karmic. I don't have another wicked deck. You guys have got to give me another wicked deck. Let me get another wicked deck for the Karmic. Right. Well, the decks aren't wicked, but everything that's going on with them is wicked. What did I say? Heartbreak Hotel. The Karmic is heartbroken, darling dear. Going through rinse and repeat. Oh, that was a big split. What's going on? I have to go with what falls into my fingers, darling dears. Right. Look at this. The Karmic is in competition, darling dear. I don't know who with, because anybody that knows the divine masculine, they don't want him. They don't want him, blood. Yeah. Being compared to everybody. Right. What's going on? I've got a what wayward curl that keeps trying to blind my eye. Let me just pin it back with my butterfly of transformation. Oh, give me a sec. Give me a mo, big cat. Right. Let's dive in. Let's get some more cards on the tableau. We're going to use the what? The Love Oracle. What's on the back of the bed? Listen. Talk about spiritual attachments, darling dear. Talk about not being covered by your ancestral team. I can't make it up. I can't. Not even if I wanted to. I couldn't make it up. What's going on with the divine masculine and the Karmic, aka Chucky, and his bride? Let's see. Because I tell you all the time, Big Cat, don't you dare look at their social media. They're doing it for the gram. Just to get at you, darling dears. No, no, no. Come here and I'll look for you, darling dears. No problem. We'll see what's really going on. Right? Somebody wants to what? Reparent themselves, darling dear. I told you. The karmic is feeling lost. They don't know where to turn. And guess who their parent is? The divine masculine. And guess where divine masculine is getting his orders from? Straight from the crevice of the devil's balls. They wanted to be reparented. Look! Blowtorch meets blowtorch. This is not a soulmate situation, darling dear. Old blowtorch where nothing is transforming. Nothing. 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 Yes, baby. You're wondering, why are you so happy, Case? Baby, I woke up with tears on my eyes was crusted together. They were fat. My eyelids was fat today. I had to put on my eyelashes so I could stop crying. And you guys, you put some prayer on me because when I stepped into that hospital, I was calm. Calm. Thank you, Big Cat. Pinkies up. Base of the deck. Somebody feels really unworthy in a situation. Baby, they don't have a pot to piss in or a window to put it out of. And guess who the... Well, it must be the divine masculine. All they can see is their own self, their own reflection. Everything's all about them. Yes. The karmic is being whipped into a frenzy, even as we speak. Current energy around the divine masculine. Current energy around what? Pennywise, son of daughter. What's the current energy? Thank you. Oh, we've got the 6 of Knives in the reverse, darling dear. This speaks about being depressed, darling dear. Being stagnant and stuck in a situation. Not having a clue on how to leave the situation. Possibly because they ain't got no money, blood. Yeah, Brock Pocketers. Buddy, have you got a dime? This and that, Big Cat. Can you see the cards? I'll fix the... Make sure that you can see what's going on. Because you need to know what's going on. Right? The 6 of Swords on its face, darling dears. This speaks about what? Being stuck in a situation. Feeling as though they're what? Carrying baggage. What's that? The baggage of what? The karmic. The bride of Chucky. Told you. This and that's going on. Base of the deck. We've got Justice. The karmic, the masculine is exactly where they are. They're getting karmic justice, darling dear. Karmic justice up the Watusi, wanting it to be what? A season of resolution where they've got freedom, right? And a painful ending for the karmic. They're going to drag them, mate. Drag them and drag them again. That's their business. And we are what? We're finding out shit, darling dear. While we what? Bask in our infinite possibilities. Energy, current energy around the karmic. Baby. 7 of Cups. They've got multiple options and every one of them has got what? Has got a brown drink in it, white or white. This person is in their cups, darling dears. Yes. And they've got the finger on them, mate. They're being told the big word. This talks about what? The manipulations of their what? Emotions, darling dears. Their emotions. The karmic is realizing that they didn't choose wisely. No, they didn't. Oh well. Oh well. How now, brown cow? Base of the deck, I already told you. The masculine wants to be the agent of karma, darling dears, and leave that situation with the karmic on the rocks of life. Why does the masculine want to do that to the karmic? Please tell us. Why is the masculine dragging the karmic? This one? The world card. Because they want to end the situation with what they believe to be a snake. But guess what? We already saw. They're not seeing who the true snake is in the situation. Look at this. The masculine has no love for the karmic, right? Sees the karmic as a distorted feminine. Realize they've hooked up with a real bottom bitch. Bottom is the operative word. Baby, it's all going on there. The masculine wants to end the situation. And they're going to end it in the most painfulest of ways that they possibly can. Baby! Hey! Somebody better tell the karmic to button down the hatches. Because when the masculines finish with them, they'll be looking like a whole hood-looking alfalfa. This and that, big cat. This and that. So how is the karmic taking being dragged by the masculine at every turn? How is the karmic taking it? Baby! I command a Decepticon, darling dear. They want them to be a life partner. In the upright, the King of Cups is your husband or your wife, darling dear. They know that this is somebody else's husband or wife. Yes! And they don't know how to what? Make it what? Make the teamwork, make the effort, make everything go the way it went. They don't know what to do. And what's that green drink? The person is also threatening to what? Off themselves in order to keep the masculine. Listen, if they're off themselves, the masculine will be off to the next. Bottom feeder. Don't do it, karmic. Well, that's none of my I said it. It fell out of my mouth. I didn't mean it. Base of the deck. What did I say? The karmic is being cussed out on a regular basis. A full-on dressing down. Knight of Swords. Knows exactly where to stab, and stab again, blood. Yes. The karmic is being cussed out. Good God. And they're taking it. And they know that there's no true partnership. There's no unity in the situation. And the karmic ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to put it out of. What did I just say? We just discussed that, big cat. Brock Porcitus. This is possibly why the masculine is cussing them. Because they don't have the money that the divine feminine has. Well, I told you, common sense is a superpower. And it's definitely not in this domicile, the Mud Hut, at 911 Freddy Krueger Avenue. 2 streets over from the Loser Lane. In the district of the Download Nest. Yes, baby. Base of the deck. Wanting happiness and peace, darling dear. They wanted the masculine for a generation, darling dear. They want the masculine's loyalty. This one who's not, the only person the masculine is loyal to is their self. Can't you see them bending over, looking into the water? Where is that card gone? And all they can see is themselves, making the karmic feel so unworthy. Do you remember those times, Divine Feminine? Because I know you're here, boo. I know you're here, boo. Listen, fun times for them, eh? Nothing to do with you, darling dears. Your energy is not here. It hasn't turned up yet. Right. He wants the situation to end. Why does he wants it to end? But to what end? What is he trying to get if he's leaving that situation or wants to leave the situation? Right? He's not attracted to it. He's not attracted to the bride of Chucky that he created. There's no attraction in the situation. Base of the deck. We've got the 10 of what? Skulls. On its face, darling dears. The 10 of Skulls is Brock Porcitus. And it also speaks about what? Curses, darling dear. Generational curses. This is a situation that the divine masculine realizes is a bottomless pit. Right? No matter what they put into the situation, they've got nothing out of it. Not financially and not mentally. They've got someone who is what? Mentally. On the fence, darling. They're about to slip off into oblivion. Yes! This and that. The karmic is taking the cussing at every turn. Every time they turn around, they're being told that they're in shit. Right? And the masculine loves to say that there's better options out there. Baby! Base of the deck, the karmic still, look, the masculine's got the 10 of Skulls on its face and the karmic's got it in the upright. Somebody's delusional here. Someone is delusional here. Let me see who's in the comments before I press on at this what? Melee of fucking Eve's blood. I told you, what's being perpetrated on the karmic on a daily basis is point A and point B, guys. Yes. This and that, big cat. This and that. Look what's on the tableau. Everything's coming full circle. What you give, you get. I want to ask another question. Did the karmic know about the divine feminine when they got together? Yes. Yes. Strength card in the upright is a yes, darling dear. Yes. They knew about you, divine feminine. So what's the masculine what's the karmic gonna do? They're getting cussed out. There's no unity in this destabilized house. The money's not there. And they know that they're dealing with somebody's husband or somebody's true divinely guided part. Well, it can't be divinely guided if they found the karmic, right? They're dealing with someone who is someone else's person or was someone else's person and they knew it. So what's the karmic gonna do? What's the karmic gonna do? Keep up the facade that everything's going lovely, fabulous and gorgeous. right? But divine sees everything. This is my God card, the Hierophant Taurus, and God's seeing everything. He knows it's a bottomless waste of time, darling dear. They're continuing to what? Put in energy into a situation that's going down Bobby Brown. This also speaks about a mental break, darling dear. Baby! And they know it. They know that no matter what they invest in the situation, it's not going to get any better. Why? Because the karmic ain't you, divine feminine. They're not you. They aren't. No matter how they get their single white female on, no matter how they try the echopraxic, they ain't you. And what's this? And they will keep dragging that dead situation onwards, darling dear. Death card on its face, not learning nothing, not doing their shadow work, and not realizing they're being hoodwinked by someone who has the what? Unsatisfied eyes. We already discussed this, big cat. We did. Dummy back for sure. Divine masculine would love to throw a stick, but you know what? The karmic would go and pick up the stick and bring it back. Something wrong with them, lad. So what's the divine masculine's next move? They've got no money, right? In a situation where they don't feel attracted to them, right? They want to end the situation, start, right? But they know there's no pentacles in the upright base of the deck. We've got, what did I say? They want to go to distant horizons, right? They're not happy where they are. And the distant horizon, look at this one. Look at this person. Don't he look like a Jezebel spirit? Don't they have what? Another iron in the fire. They're sleeping out on the what? Karmic. They got someone else in the background. Oh well. So what's the masculine do? They haven't got money to leave the situation, right? They're abusing the karmic at every turn. The karmic is living in what? La la land, right? And God sees everything as they try to build a stable foundation out of what? F shit and fucking ease, blood. This is what the karmic's going to do. This is the ace of swords, ace of wands, darling dear. They're going to what? Put their back into it. They're going to give them more sex. Imagine that. Jesus. Right? 5 of knives. They're going to give the narc, right? Trying to one-up them by giving them as much sex as possible. It's not going to work, darling dears. But it's their business. It's got nothing to do with us. We're minding our own... No, we're not. We're right up in it, mate. We're all over it like white on rice. Why? Because you escaped, darling dears. And you've decided I'm not going back. No. Not even at gunpoint. They better shoot to kill. Because if they wound you, your ancestors will drag them. As I sip my water. My fizzy water. Minding my own business. 5 of knives. The karmic knows that this masculine has got other options. We already saw that what? Shakira hips that they had seen at the distant horizons. They've got a what? They've got a little what? Run through on the side. Yes. This and that, big cat. This and that. Let me lower the music so you can hear exactly what's going on. Wasn't I about to check the comments? Let me go back. I got sidetracked by the fucking ease, blood, and I'm so grateful. It's got nothing to do with us. We're too busy getting great, right? Who's here? First in the chat, Dangerous Tempters, Wagwan, Big Cat Wave, ID Beautiful, Grand Rising, Pinkies Up, Millie, Dilaprida, hello. I see the second one. Melissa Morel, Fist Bump. Who's that? Monica, Debut Sequela, Debut. Was it Dube Baby girl? Listen, Monica, you are Monica DS, right? I don't want to savage your name, darling dear. I don't. And I've got my spectacles on. And listen, let me shut up before I make it worse. I'm putting my whole paw in my mouth. We've got Charlotte Marie. Hello, Charlotte. Are you fabulous? I've got a niece called Charlotte. She's skullduggerous to the core. But it's not you, darling dears. I'm just saying, right? What's this? We've got the flower child. Jamie Salinas, wagwan. Fist bump. Haven't seen you in a while, darling. Have you been getting great? I hope so. Not hopium. I mean hope so for real. Because you know I'm your pointer. And I'm your best friend, darling dear. And I want all my best friends, the big cats, to be doing great. Right? We've got whom? Queen Moses Soul, a new face in this place. Wagwan. Fist bump. Who else is here? Let's go. Sweet Pea, Slim Jim, Audra Dye, Crystal. Are I haven't seen you in a while, Crystal. I know you're sitting on a pot of gold, just like Mac Duck. And who's that? Beverly Hewitt. I see you, darling dears. And anyone else I haven't mentioned? A big namaste, because you know I can be such a chatty cat. And the materials. The materials is so much. The karmic, right, is gonna keep trying to what? Give it to the masculine like it's hot, trying to make them go night. Nah, babe, this person has got the strength and the oil in their back to prowl. We saw the Jezebel spirit that they have their eye on. We saw it together, me and you and I. So, the masculine has a Jezebel spirit. Someone they feel is better than the karmic. Who could it be? Somebody who knows all about them. Somebody who they betrayed in the past, right? Somebody who's turned their life around. 5 of skulls, darling dears. Somebody who they left to survive off of saliva, right? Do we have any more hints? We've got the 5 of Grails. Somebody who they have regret over. We've also got the Lord of Grails. Somebody who they was a husband or wife to, darling dear. Disloyal to the core. And we've also got what? The Prince of Grails. This is somebody immature energy, darling dear. They're regretting a situation where they was immature emotionally, in darling dear. And they would love to run back, right? But they can't come back. In the name of the Most High. Touch not the anointed. We all know who that is. It's Divine Feminine, darling dear. They've got what? A broke bitch at their side. Someone who is what? A doppelganger, right? An Agent Smith affiliate. This is the what? The Queen of what? The Queen of what? Cups, darling dear. On its face, somebody who's disloyal. And we've also got the Daughter of Scepters. Right? They're stuck with somebody who is emotionally draining, right? Yes! Telling they're going to do this and that to themselves if they don't stay. We've already got the 4 up. Right. Let's have another conversation. Let's have another conversation, seeing as we're here. Right? We might as well find out more shit. Why not? What time is it? We're already at the 27th. Don't have too much time to waste on that, darling dear. Who's that? Sastara Ashford. You've got a beautiful name, Sastara. And we've got Charlotte Marie. Hello, darling dear. And Miss Slaywell, Wagwan. Fist bump. Glad you could pop in. Big cat wave. Let's have a conversation between the two of them. Let's have a conversation between the two of them as they do what? Netflix and gaslight. Yes. This and that. We're gonna have a conversation between the two of them. They, them, and as they Netflix and gaslight. Listen. The karmic knows that the divine masculine is blocking them, making them wants to be isolated from them. And this is what's getting them, whipping them up into a frenzy. They can't take the silent treatment, darling dear. Do you remember those days, big cat, when you were staring into space? And found nothing in space, right? But wickedness, codependence, darling dear. You block that shit. Let's have a conversation between these two bottom feeders and dummy bats, right? You saw the third party. The karmic knows that they're being cheated on. They know it. And they're still trying to drop their what? Black hole of Calcutta or Skulldugger's Futum on the masculine. And he don't want it. Doesn't want it. Right. Let's give it a good shufty, mate, because we want to know what they're both saying to each other. Right? As all the fucking these is going down, blood. I'm not going to shuffle anymore. The masculine is saying, right? 8 of knives. In the reverse, this means the masculine knows exactly what they're saying. So they know how to go for the jugular, darling. They stab the karmic every single time, right? Consciously doing, in their right mind, cussing out the what? Karmic, making them jelly bogelly. Can't you see all of the dull yellow in the background? And there, the karmic's heart chakra is going what? Boom diddy boom diddy boom. The karmic is saying, no, stay with me. I will make the situation better. 2 of Wands on its face. This is the toxic situation, darling dear. I will put up with a 2-piece, and it's not from KFC. The masculine says, right? Queen of Knives on its face. Listen, this is an ice cold bitch or midge. Don't care about your feelings, darling dears. Right? You make me sick. You bring nothing to the table, right? You are what? A Jezebel. He's calling the karmic a Jezebel spirit. Imagine that. The kettle calling the pot black, right? This person is what? Eviscerating the karmic at every turn and with every word and their actions, right? The karmic is saying, no, I can fix it. What have I done wrong? Let me fix it. Please, let me fix it. Why? Because the karmic is scared of the unknown, right? And is trying to procrastinate the situation up the Watusi. They don't want to be alone, right? Listen, the karmic knows that the masculine is, she's like, in her mind, she's going, I know he's lying. I know he's going somewhere else, right? Taking that Fatumo Panani somewhere else. But I want it. I will be one of two. Always number two, eh? Even in your own house. Imagine that, big cat. Fist bump. Right. If I had a collar, I'd be popping that bitch. Nearly shuffled the cards again. What else is the masculine saying? Daughter of knives. Baby, what did I say? Cussing out the karmic. This is all air energy. This is the communication is disrespectful. Drawing blood with every single word. Swords, swords, and small swords. And they know exactly how to what? Beat the karmic down. Get them to play what ball. I don't know what kind of ball game that is, because the karmic has got to, the masculine's got to take his ball somewhere else. I told you, he's playing ball with a Jezebel spirit, with the Shakira hips. What's this? Toxic situation. I'm quite happy to be a sister wife. Just don't go. Please stay with me. The karmic knows that she's begging, right? Even went on her knees, darling dear, to beg the masculine to stay in the situation. Don't leave me. Please don't leave me. I'll be a sister wife, even in my own house. Just stay. The masculine ain't having it, darling dear. What else has he said, right? Wheel of Fortune, you're a waste of time. I'm wasting my life on you, right? And this also speaks about a vehicle, darling dear. I think the karmic paid for a vehicle for this masculine, right? A lot of bad luck. The masculine is saying that you bring nothing but bad luck to the table. Good God! And ever since they've been around them, their life has gone downhill. Oh, what did the karmic say to that? But I'm loyal, darling dear. I will work harder. I will pay attention to everything you say. Tell me what I must do. What routine must I follow in order to bring back this healthy relationship? Healthy? Jesus. Be Jesus. Listen, they possibly even got Jesus duct taped in a back room, darling dear. Don't listen to them. The karmic will still be offering up the loyalty. Why? Because they don't know their worth. They feel like they're worth less than shit. I told you, look at all of this swords energy. And on top of that, they're being told they're bad luck and bad karma. And they're taking it. I know, babe. I know. Pace of the deck. And it's justice, darling dear. Because they knew that the masculine had a divine feminine. Yes. This and that. They're what? They was involved in the dishonesty that was being perpetrated against the divine feminine, right? And they're getting their just desserts. What's called what? Karma, darling dear. Live and direct. Face of the masculine's deck. What did I say? Magician pulling all of the strings. The con person knows that they've got all of the tools to have the what? The karmic on a knife's edge. Jumping straight into the eggshells, darling dears. What's behind the magician? The high priestess. What did I say? They know intuitively what to do to get the karmic highly strong and obedient. But they don't even want the karmic. Look, can't you see them pouring out that love? Like it's a cup of hot piss? Let me tell you something. What anymore, babe? Right, now that we've had that conversation, let's get this deck. What deck are we going to finish up with, guys? This one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen, I've got 5 decks, darling dear. Or 5. The first one to give me a number in the comments. We're having deck 1, deck 2, 3. Oh, Destiny Capricorn said deck 3. You want the deck of the wicked. You're going straight for the jugular. Don't worry, darling dear. I'm coming. Right. Den of iniquity for sure, darling dears. Den of iniquity. Base of the deck. Immature and no communication skills. What did I say? The masculine ain't having it, blood. So they're having tantrums and taking out their everything and consciously know exactly what they're doing to the karmic. Making them what? Crack on crazy, mate. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, darling dears. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yes. This and that, darling dears. This and that. What else is going on? Look what jumped off the top. The immature skills, right? I look at your pictures every day. The masculine is watching you, darling dears. Divine feminine, you better get... Listen, I've already got the California white sage going for you, darling dear. You need to burn something on your own behalf and get rid of that bad juju, right? On yo-yo, right? No! I can't make it up, divine feminine. The karmic wants to be you. Wants to get their what? Single white female on. Wants to be an ecopraxic. Listen, the masculine must be casting them out for that. Right? What? The karmic is a tyrant and a basic bitch. Who too must be their progeny because they can't speak to the masculine like that. Then better shut up. Then better shut up. What? They hate the attention you give to the children. Divine feminine, divine masculine. They hate the fact that the divine masculine loves the divine feminine's children. Imagine that. That's why they're getting what they get, and they deserve it. Good. When are you sorry, Big Cat? Are you sorry for them? Nothing more from this deck. But it's so interesting, darling dears. Let me split it. It says what? Weirdo with a mental illness, right? A blame shifter with wicked intent. A kidnapper, right? And the mask is slipping, right? And guess where they both are? In spiritual prison, where they need to be. Getting a what? A solid kick in the spiritual nutsack on a daily basis. Good for day, them and arm. What does it say? Restraining order on the two of them blood clot. What did I say? I said blood clot. A restraining order on the two, mate. Right? Lest they infect you with the disease of what? Fucking stupidities. Folios. Right? Listen. Restraining order, okay? Okay. What's this? Jealous of your car? They keep getting into... They're jealous of your car, darling dears. How can they be jealous of a whole metal object? They're so stupid. They need to be jealous of the Shakira hips who's doing the masculine right. Sure, you're right. Going into that secret garden as often as they can. And I bet the karmic is paying for that petrol for the car to get there. That blown out, right, and run through. Well, guess what? Serendipity does not know their address. Base of the deck, right? Look at this money in the reverse. I told you it's a money pit. A waste of time, darling dears. A waste of time. Stay there. Let's pray for these two to stay together, darling dears. Stay together. Where's my ye old kipper? This is so juicy but goosey. Dare we leave it? I didn't. Right? What else do we need to know? The karmic, listen. The masculine wants to move away from the karmic, right? Because it's gift wrapped shit. He wants to go on a journey, right? Leave him to go to the Shakira hips. Leave him alone. She must mind her own business and know her place, right? Being cussed out on a regular basis. Never be good enough. And they're being talked about in the streets. We already know that. Aren't we discussing them? We already know this. And it's not good what they're talking, because we know what's going on, Big Cat. We know what's going on. Base of the deck. Listen. The karmic is afraid to look at your social media because you're winning and they're sinning and they're getting beaten about their cranium on a daily basis. And if they're not getting beaten, they're being cast out, darling dear. Words sometimes are more painful than fists, darling dear. Why? Because it gets right into your cranium, digs under your hairline as it peels it back into a friar tuck. Reverse friar tuck, right? They're scared to see what you've got going on now. Because you're always getting more and more and they don't like it. Because they can't be you. Divine feminine. Base of the deck, they better get the message and allow the social media, yeah? Allow the social media. Leave divine feminine alone. Right? Even God said, fuck you. Listen, God didn't say that. God didn't say that. This is my God card, right? But in the reverse, this is the devil, mate, getting its full just desserts from what's going on in that mud hut, 911 Freddy Krueger Avenue, 2 streets over from the loser lane, in the district of the damned, no less. A damn business. On that note, I've had enough. I'm tired of laughing at these. What? Exactly. I've got better things to do. I just got a new lease on life, darling. I'm going for a walk. Not on my treadmill, but into the scenic park. I might even take you with me. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, toddle over to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. Hey, Tanya Thomas, glad you could pop in. From the ashes, baby. Them I got you eat. Them I got you eat. Divine Masculine is giving it to the karmic because they aren't you. And what did they do? They brought that person into the circumstances. So they better live with what they catch. Right? Live with that catch. That bottom bitch that is really at the bottom of the pot. Let them stay there together. Divine Feminine. Don't take him back. Don't feel sorry for him. Blind your eye. What's it? Easter Island. Stevie Wonder. Namaste. Cat, cat. Cat, cat. Leave them to it, blood. They're doing a fabulous job.